Hello, and here is a tutorial for my teaching strategies. This is where you would do all lesson planning, where you would do assessments, and where you would be able to fill in your documentation. So, first, we're going to start by logging in with my login for our classroom. Login. So a lot of things you already see are here. For instance, we our plans are already here for this month, but this is what maybe basically an overview of what we should be doing for today, and we'll show you there. But let's go to create and view plans. So this is where you can see where your plan is for the week. This should be printed out so that you'll be able to know exactly what you be able to post it and know exactly what you should be doing for the week. Um, it also gives you spaces here, custom, where you can add in if you have something special you would like to do, like making a Mother's Day project or painting flowers or something like that. You can put that in, as well as these numbers with the letters that are in bold. Those are the objectives that you can document for that day. But that is something that you can add in yourself, or you can choose to do a certain amount of documentation each day. But that'll be in another video. But as you see on the lesson plan, they have what you can do specialized for choice time, which is basically the time that the children have to make a choice of where they would like to play. So they have some different examples of things that you can take out for each day. The large group here will tell you what they're discussing for the day, and more detail about the large group would be in the teacher's manual, and it will tell you basically questions you can ask or different activities you can do. It also tells you these here that say song, movement, game, movement. Those are mighty minutes. It'll show you here what the mighty minute is for the day. So that's what you would use as a transition from one activity to another. So let's say you're going from your large, you're going from choice time to now large group time. Um, then you could do this mighty minute in between as a transition, and then it gets the children ready for the next thing that you're going to do. The read alouds, these are the books that you would be reading each day. Sometimes you might see it more than once. I will also do a video on that, and it's basically so that the children can have it in three different perspectives. We will be reading each book three times, but it will be in three different ways. The small groups are the activities that you can do during choice time, or do just individually with children or with a small group of children. And this would be something that is one of the learning objectives that we have on those the intentional teaching cards that we use. On those cards, it tells you instructions on what to do for each age group or each level, color band level, which is each age group, and any materials that you will need and what you need to document, objectives you need to document. Outdoors is usually something that you can do that will be able to be a physical documentation. So anything that's gross motor, like throwing balls, or this one, ways to travel, is about like walking on a line or galloping or running, different things like that. Family partnership are things that you can talk to the parents about, or send in an email, or send through ProCare, or of things that you'll be talking about and some things you may want them to bring in. You can also post this on your parent board, like a little notice that says, "Hey, families, we're talking about labels on foods. Can you bring in some different boxes or different recyclables that you have that have food labels on them?" The WOW experience is usually what we do at the end of the experience, just to say, this is what we learned and we're celebrating it. And so usually it's just something that you can plan that's small, that's just something special to do for that last day. They also have some in between that you can do, but I like to do the wow experience at the end to be like, the final thing. The individual child plan here, custom is anything that you want to add in um, to the to everything, like a special activity. And the Mighty Minute, this is just something, an additional Mighty Minute that you can use to transition the kids maybe to outside, maybe to inside, just so that there's smooth transitions that are engaging for the kids. So that's how the lesson plan goes. Now, once you're done your lesson plan or made any corrections that you wanted to make to it, you can go to submit. Let's just resubmit. You're going to put in what study it is. You're going to go for approval by Tiffany, and then you're going to push resubmit, and that will submit your lesson plan for that week. Okay. So after that, now if you wanted to add in a new thing, so I have added the exercise plan in all the way up until here. So now if I wanted to add a new study in, I could go to the month. I'm going to go to June. Just let's say this is April or whatever. I'm going to add the study. So I'm going to select which days it's going to start. So it's going to start on the first week that we're here, on the third. Um, so let's say we're done the first study. So the first study you do is in the beginning, and then you can go from there. After that, let's say the next study we're going to do is trees. I'll push trees. Okay. And it'll go and it automatically puts it right in. Now, if I made a mistake and I didn't want to put trees in, I can remove it and they'll take the study out. But if you click on it, everything is already filled in for you. The only things that you would need to choose is your small groups for each day. You can add in any documentations that you want to pay attention to, or you can do your individual, and you can put in your individual child plan or your custom activities. So again, if you're putting something in, you would click it. So I clicked individual child plan. I will click next. I'm sorry, individual child plan. I will click next. Custom, select children, selecting my 4 children, adding it to the plan. And then my small group, I will go in here, and then they'll give me 2 options. So they will give me which has more, and the other option is more or fewer towers. So you can go off of what you know that the children really need, or you feel like they need to work on more. Those children that were in your child plan. So let's say they need to work on more or less um, learning that concept. So we would add that. Now, see, and then over here, it also shows you, okay, these are all the things that I would be tagging in documentation if I do this. Um, Here's the materials that I would need for this. This is what I would do if I was including all the children. This is some questions that you can ask the children while you're observing them doing the towers. And that's all the other options that you can look at before you choose which one you would choose. So I'm going to choose more or less towers. I'm going to add it to the plan, and it's added in right here. So that is the extent of the lesson plans, and hopefully that was helpful.